Billy departed, I promise, and never tarnish my character. Bars rock hard, keep the stamina. You move amateur, 6 digits, I laugh at you. Claiming to measure up, but can't find a diameter.
Who you faking for? Who you impressing? We good over here. Fuck who over there.
See, I ain't never had the front for a nigga. I stayed me, remain G. Son beneficial since niggas was rocking AVs. Consider me a young OG. You gotta pay fees. Boy ain't never put in work. Weigh your time sheet. 2 lanes, real or fake. Pick a side, please. Moves gonna decide your fate. And the right team. Yeah, be prepared for the fraud shit. Game full of weirdos. Niggas is super awkward. Hold up in they feelings for a like in the comment. I don't understand, they legitimizing nonsense. So-called killers with that suspect content. At some point, niggas gotta stop it. I remain low, just watching, observing. Niggas dick riding, call that shit a cockpit. I don't get involved, I be on my own shit. Same OG, a little wiser, more folk.
I ain't trying to hit.
I'm a nigga, we gon' break code. I don't really wanna hear shit. These bitches right here, bitch. All the bitches be about those. Flexing hard, just see the flows. Big flex, big flex. I see you bitch, you gon' break code. Big flex, big flex. I see you bitch, you gon' break code.
Back in it like I never left. God dead, like I never dead. I ain't never left the front line. Head cold on our whole mind. I've been watching, I've been flying. Niggas figured I was stopping. Fuck that boy, keep back, boy. Heavy metal, I'm a rhyme. I'm on the 12 niggas on my alien. I'm a face nigga unseen. Blood folk better come clean. Gotta come a nigga come see.
All my hitters, they on go mode. Bad clutching nigga, no dose. Big flex, big flex. Now my nigga, we on break code. Big flex, big flex. Now my nigga, we on break code.
I don't really wanna hear shit. Type of bitch that's hard to deal with. All my bitches be about though. Flexing hard, you see the glow. Big flex, big flex. I see you bitch, we on break code. Big flex, big flex. I see you bitch, we on break code.
Back in. We on break code. Big flex, big flex. Now my nigga, we on break code.
I don't really wanna hear shit. Type of bitch that's hard to deal with. All my bitches be about though. Flexing hard, you see the glow. Big flex, big flex. I see you bitch, we on break code. Big flex, big flex. I see you bitch, we on break code.
Back in it like I never left. Y'all dead, dying, never deaf. I ain't never left the front line. 10 toes, son, I hold my.
Oh, bitch.
What I'm spitting is super fast. If you ain't talking money, your language is funny. I ain't understanding that. See, I'm back on my bullshit. You suckers already know. I've been grinding and putting in work for a grip. Understand what I do this for. See my daughter, my heartbeat. And I'll die for my baby, yeah. You affect how my heart beat. My nigga, whole 80, yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Happy
Good
Sunday.
morning.
Happy Sunday.
Good morning.
Welcome to Upnorth City Girls. I am your host, Miss TML. We are here. We are ready. I am excited about this interview. We have the talented, multi-talented artist of Boston, S3VEN, in the building.
Great morning. Great morning.
I just want to say that, thank you, King. Thank you. I just want to say that I've been watching you for a very long time, and I've been highly impressed with your professionalism, with your ability to be creative and be outside the box of what I think a lot of New England artists are stuck in. And the fact that you have been collaborating all these years with multiple artists, and you just bring a level of quality I like to see. So I commend you, for that, because that's not easy.
Thank you.
To be consistently and that lyricism that your style is definitely the sound that I want to hear coming out of Boston.
I appreciate that.
Yes. Can you guys Can you hear me? Are we in a delay, or do you guys do? Does anybody sound delayed?
I have a slight delay myself. Yeah.
No, I hear everything. Sounds good.
You do?
Hey, I'm told. Yep. I'm good. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm Miss Toya Monet. How you doing today?
Yeah, we got you.
Nice to meet you.
You too. I wanted to get right into the interview. I wanted to know, how would you describe your typical, like, your music, the music you create?
I mean, in a nutshell, it's pretty versatile. Like she just said, I never stuck inside that box where, super street music or, it's just, I'm all across the board. Like, I like to make the fun music. I can make music about love. I can make music for the club. I really like to tap into all different things. I even made music with Spanish artists and just the whole nine. Like, I love music as a whole.
Okay. All right.
That's where I'm at with it.
All right. And what got you into the music?
I mean, really, it's just the creative aspect of it. As a youth growing up, like I'm originally from New York, but I mean, it's the same dynamic.
Right,
We're growing up in the hood and dealing with the things on the outside. It was like a lot of us don't have an outlet. So I felt like once I heard, like, I think it was the first thing I heard was like probably like Big Daddy Kane, Smooth Operator, and I'm like, wow, the way he delivered the message on that song so smoothly at that. And I was like, but yet it was still hard. At the same time, I was like, man, I'm like, nah, let me give this a shot. Let me put these words in my head on paper real quick and see what I could do. And from that point on, it was really history.
Okay.
From there. Yeah.
All right. And who would you like to collaborate right now? If you could make that one hit song, do you have a particular artist, producer?
Artist wise, for me, if anybody knows me, it's Hov.
Okay.
Producer wise, I mean,
who's dropping them beats right now?
I mean, there's a lot of dope producers out there. But I've always wanted a Premier beat. Honestly,
okay.
I've always wanted a beat from Premier.
All right. Okay. And what inspired you to do music? Other than like the streets and, the creativity part, like, what do you feel like you could bring? Like, what's different about your creative style that we don't see right now in the rap game or even in hip hop?
Well, one main thing I'd say is the truth. The truth, because I feel like that's, especially now, I feel like that's lacking major, because I feel like everybody's trying to fit the mold, trying to, jump into what's in and all of that. But it's like, I've never been stuck with that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's the truth aspect of it. Just being yourself.
Just being yourself.
Really.
Yeah. Of yourself. Okay.
That's
good.
You done with your questions?
Yes.
That was definitely
I don't want to interrupt. So I'm April
That
Marie.
was definitely something I heard. Always.
I appreciate that.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you. Okay, I can hear you.
I just didn't want to jump in when you was talking, so I stopped. So
I know. I think I'm delayed.
A little teeny bit, but so I do have some questions for you. If you could open up for, no, you know what? Not that one. What would you be doing right now if you weren't doing rapping? What would be your profession?
Probably, let me see. I mean, I have a lot of interests, but honestly, probably photography or some type of art, like, 'cause I used to draw a lot, draw and paint. So probably that field right there. I'll probably be in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What message are you looking to give to your students?
That's dope.
I mean, my message mainly especially now, is just to a lot of people, it's just energy. Keep your energy. Like, don't let anybody take your energy and manifest it into something that, it isn't you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like once I made the transition to really understanding what energy really means and what it is, like, it changed a lot for me. Like
Okay.
it changed a lot.
Okay. And then how do you feel the internet has helped the rap game? Do you feel like it's hurt it, or has it, progressed it?
I mean, I feel like it's been both.
Mm-hmm.
The pro of it is that it gives us access to reach out to millions at the tap of a button, just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of I remember coming up, it was like you really had to be out there and really had to get face to face to people. But then I feel like that's part of the con, because now people don't really interact face to face that much, and
Right.
I feel like there's also been an oversaturation of rappers now, because everybody swears they can rap. So it's like literally you can wake up and I'm gonna rap now, and really put a whole package together, good or not, like, and just be out there. You know what I mean? Like I feel like people don't take rap and hip hop as serious as they used to.
It's like as long as you have a catchy beat, that's all they're really listening to.
Yeah.
A beat and a hook, and then it's almost like I'm starting to notice that. I'm like, okay, these songs are like not even 3 minutes, and it's literally. And I'm like, I'm used to songs being like 5 minutes long. Like that's what I want. I don't want to put it on and then I'm already searching for a new song as soon as I get into it.
Like they the way they set it up now, like the attention span is like this. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's just they keep like content, whether it's good or not, just content. Like, but it's just nobody likes to take the time and really, listen to anything at all. That's why a lot of these songs now, they're not saying a thing, like literally nothing. Like they're coming on, like they're really just going in there and just, like I said, nobody's taking it serious anymore. And it's sad that the rite of passage is so open right now, because that was not the case back in our era. Like it wasn't. You had to come with some skill set.
Oh yeah.
Or it's like get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, but hey, but I feel it's coming back though. There's some guys out there really, showing that, like, lyricism and real content matters still.
So I appreciate that. We are talking to one, which is you. So
definitely.
Yes. But I'm done with my right now. It's a little delay.
Yeah, you got a slight delay.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
All right, I'm gonna go on.
It delayed.
I froze up a little bit.
Yeah, technical difficulty.
So while she's fixing that, since you are from Boston, like, how do you feel? Like, do you think there are any, like, does Boston have a chance? Massachusetts, I know there's a lot of people, that'd be rapping in Boston, but it's like, I feel like we'd never made that, like, that real imprint on, you know what I mean? Like the rap game like that. You hear New York, California, Chicago's now even, like, what do you think about that?
I mean, I feel like, especially like right now, I feel like Boston is on a good path. It's definitely way better than it's been in the past. I feel like there's still those hurdles that we have to get over.
Right.
As far as the egos and people just not doing straight business as they should. I feel like trying to cut these corners, and really it's just like, I feel like Boston just has to hone in on Boston. Like I feel like a lot of them try to grab too much of what, like you said, like the places you named, New York, Chicago, like let's not gravitate towards their sound so much. Let's just try to focus on what we sound like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And and I feel like, with that right there, and just a lot of mindsets just need to change, and like Boston can get through, because the talent is here. It's here.
Because we're talented in everything here.
That's absolutely everything, all across the board. So it's like, really, I think it's just we're holding ourselves back, really. Like,
Now,
you know.
Sinz, do you think that you have an advantage as an artist who was born in New York but was raised in Boston? Because I think you were somewhat raised in Boston. Like, did you go to school here or?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
I mean,
so,
like I said, I started off in New York, and then we made the initial move, to Mass, and then I bounced around. But I feel like the fact that I kind of have the best of both worlds. Like I have that gel between out
right.
here and there.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like I stood out a lot when I really started like doing shows and things of that nature, because I started to notice like
You had that NY swag.
yeah, like they always like you got that. So like, where you from? I'm like, well, originally from New York. And they be like, oh, okay, I get it. Like I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, sometimes like they say I still got the accent a little bit too sometimes, but
Right.
But
that's
I mean,
I think that a versatile artist is the best artist. I think an artist
absolutely.
who can captivate on any region sound is a dope artist. You know what I mean? And I think you have that ability. I think you've shown that throughout your time of me watching your journey, that you've been able to manipulate your sound to sound exactly how you want it, and you cater your sound to whatever you want. And I think that's a talent. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's something to mirror. And I think that a lot of artists in Boston should be looking at Sinz and saying, listen, I need a collab, and I've been seeing you working. I've been seeing you.
I'm for it. I'm always for collabs. Always been about collaborating and just like I said, I've never had the ego problem. Feeling like I'm better than because I've done this or done that. Like I've never had that issue with anybody. So that's why I never had any issues with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Out of all these years. I mean, I felt like the certain decisions, certain individuals I may have dealt with might have hindered, progression. But at the end of the day, it's like, you live and you learn.
You live and you learn. We all do. You know what I mean? It's a trial and error period, but it's also how you grow and you evolve. So you know what you don't want and you know what you don't need around you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And that's I think a big part of growth is accountability in our own decisions. You know what I'm saying? It was our choice to deal with the people we dealt with or do business with the people we dealt with, and now we learn from those mistakes and we move on and we make better choices. And I think you've shown that. To me, I've seen that. So kudos to you for that, because again, it's not easy to rebuild yourself after having a brand and having business with certain people. Like I went from Upnorth Records to TML to rebranding myself to Upnorth City Girlz to and it's like, but at the same time being consistent. And I think that's one thing I respect about you is your consistency. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, like you're not just an artist, you also are a podcast host. You also also have your own liquor brand that you promote. That was something that we seen in the video clip, Black Ice. And when I seen that, and I was like, wow, dude, like you really took it to the next level of marketing yourself. And I think that's what's important for artists to understand is it's not just a one-stop shop. Like you can't just be a rapper in order to be successful in this business. You have to be a business as a whole. You know what I mean? As a person. And you've shown me that, so I respect that a lot about you.
I appreciate that. I say the same. I've been watching you for a long time too. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm definitely an observer. Like I observe a lot of people, and again, it's all an energy thing. Your energy's always been good. You've always, like I said, you've always been how you are. You know what I'm saying? But again, you just elevated from, like you said, you just.
And that's what I tell people. Like better. It's all about taking the people that believed in you, that seen, and I just wanted to be able to give you a platform, give people like you, like artists that I've seen throughout, this journey, that chance and that opportunity to be pushed through a circuit that really truly believes in them. And it's not just about the interview or you paying for an interview or none of that. Like, no, it's because I really believe in these artists and I put my money where my mouth is. You know what I'm saying? These artists that I pick for these, shows are artists that I see their journey, that I've seen what they've been doing. And either me or my partners are people that are recommending them for these platforms. And that's what's important to us is like to push our agenda of what is coming out of Boston, what is coming out of New England, because it's not just about Boston, you know that with me. It's about New England. It's about captivating the region, and giving us a sound out here that people will see, you know, and feel. That's important, you know, because I think we have so many different talents. We have Spanish talents, we have, you know, African talent, we have every type of race out here that is doing music right now. And I just think that there should be a platform that highlights and shows that conglomerate of people, you know what I'm saying, as an artistry. So
definitely. And I appreciate you for putting on for individuals like that, because I see that you're very selfless in your actions. You know what I mean? You definitely big up a lot of people, and you know what I'm saying? I definitely respect all of that.
No, tell us what I know, but tell us the people, what is Actually Speaks podcast all about?
Okay, so yes, Actuality Speaks, basically, in a nutshell, I wanted to do something kind of like not like everybody else was doing, because I felt like, you know, like podcasting as a whole just started kind of like blowing up at a point, and everybody was kind of jumping on them and all that. But I'm like, I've always wanted to, you know what I'm saying? I waited a while, reached out to my guy, and then pitched him my idea. Like, listen, I want mine is going to be geared toward the story. Like, that's really all. It's about the story of the individual. Like, I really have no, I went in there with like no set script. We're going in there and we're literally going to have a conversation.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna learn about that whoever the guest is, no matter from what angle of life, we're gonna learn about you. And you know, I jumped it off just to see how the formula would work. And literally from the first episode till now is just everybody that's been on the podcast has literally gotten so comfortable that they're speaking about things that they've never even spoken on before. Like from like abuse as a child to drug abuse and things with their parents and things of that nature. And that's exactly what I wanted. Like, I just wanted the real in-depth story of that individual. You know what I'm saying?
Not the cookie cutter.
No,
we're not gonna give you that.
No, we're giving you the real. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the slogan. Like, if it ain't real talk, be quiet. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. I love the logo. I love that. Like, that was so catchy. I was like, and it was so crazy because we were talking about working together at some point for the sneaker ball. Right. But yeah, like, that was the whole thing, and we ended up, you know, not going through with the sneaker ball. But we're planning something this summer, and I definitely want to make you a part of it. And just, you know, I think our energies together is definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Indeed.
And I just, again, it's like I said, I only want to be surrounded by the best. You know what I mean? And I consider the people that I have in my circle, that I have in my network, to be the best. You know what I mean? So you're in the loop, you're in the circle. And you know, I'm always here for your support. Anything I can do to help you, I'm always here for that. And I also want to commend you, because I think you're one of the strongest Black fathers that I've ever seen. Thank you. And I think that's dope. You're a dope husband. You're a dope father. And just that, to me, says so much about you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think our Black men hear that enough. You know what I'm saying? So kudos to you for being the man that your daughters need. You know what I mean? I think that's important to show that, you know, in our society, and in this time especially.
No, absolutely. And I make it a point to, you know, to put it out there, like, you know, when it, like certain posts, and like speak on my family and speak on my wife and the children, because again, like you said, a lot of either a lot of these guys think it's not, you know, it's not the best look to you know, to show that side of you, or, you know, they soft or whatever, you know, you lose your street cred if you do. Like, nah, I'm like, again, I've never, since a kid, I've never cared what anybody had to say or think. Don't matter. Like, I'm doing me. And then the crazy part is it's over the years, it's like you get some of the most coldest, hardcore thug gangster dudes hitting me up. Like, they be in my inbox like, yo, bro, I respect that, bro, real talk. You know what I'm saying? I want that too, man. I want that too. I'm like, bro, it's like, speak on it. Speak on it. It's okay.
That's okay.
Like you're not losing points for that, man. You're like, you're not.
More leaders. We need more leaders and role models of Black men like you. And that's why it's always, you know, that's one of the things that really attracted me to you as a person. You know what I'm saying? Because I say it shows you who a man is by who he is to his family and to his children. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that for me was like, dude, this dude's a solid man. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny who you are as a man. You know what I'm saying? And that commands respect. That commands, you know, a certain treatment. And I just always want you to know that you deserve that. You know what I'm saying? And
Thank you.
Won't ever let nobody take that from you.
No, never. They can't. That's the best part of all. That's the best part of my existence right now. All of this energy I have when I come home to these kids and the wife and all of that. Like this is where it's at for me.
That's right.
Ain't nobody tell me different, like, at all.
That's right. So tell me, what's next for you? Like, what? I know that you guys have been. So I didn't realize, and I apologize to Red Diamond is her name, right? Is she an artist that you work with? Was it just a collab, or was Big Flex like a song that? Is she an artist that's on your label, or I'm not sure exactly how that how you guys are associated? Are you?
Yeah, I mean she's an artist that I knew for a while.
Okay.
That we always spoke about doing a collaboration, and then it just so happened one day I showed up at the studio, and then, you know, they were running through beats, and like that beat caught my ear, and I was like, that one right there. And then, you know, we ended up just creating Big Flex from that point. But she's an independent artist, you know, doing her thing. Like she's just starting to get her feet wet, you know what I'm saying, out here. So I definitely try to give any insight and tips that I can from my journey to her.
Well, you guys' energy was so tight and so like, because again, when I was at the party, that was my first time ever seeing her perform. My first time ever really seeing you perform that I can recall, that I remember, because, you know, I've seen so many, but I'm like sitting, I don't think I've ever seen you live performance. So this is where I was like, okay, like, but the energy, it was so calculated. Like, you can tell when somebody, you know, takes their time and has learned each other to be able to perform that way. And that's where I respected it, because I was like, oh, okay, this is definitely a show, and he's giving a show. And it was definitely heartfelt. I was definitely impressed. And again, the only reason why I've never heard of her until that track with you. So that's where it's kind of like she's on my radar. You know what I mean? So shout out to you for that, because that was a female artist that I've never heard coming out of Boston. And I'm like, wow, like, you know, that was so dope. Because again, I want to hear artists like her coming out of Boston that can still give us that sex appeal, but also be very lyrical and say things that are going to be catchy. You know what I mean? Like, we have swag in Boston. I think that, you know, and I think that sometimes it's overshadowed, you know, with the females as much. I mean, and then you have the Bia and the, you know, but a lot of people don't even know Bia's from Boston. You know what I mean?
They don't.
So this is where it's like, no, I need somebody that sounds like we sound. You know what I mean? From our side, not from Cambridge side, but from the Boston side.
And then again, it's no shade to them. You know what I'm saying? It's no shade. It's no shade. Like, definitely, like, salute to the boy Millies. He's doing crazy shit right now. I love it. But again, you know what I'm saying? That's not, you know. That's not. Like, it's funny. I had that conversation last night with one of my guys. You know what I'm saying? We was talking about that, but it was like, again, it's no disrespect.
No.
But, you know,
it's just a different sound. It's a different pronunciation of words, and our wordplay is different, you know, over on the other side of the bridge.
Yes. That's a fact. That's a fact, though. You're not lying. You're not lying.
That too. That's funny.
Real talk, though. Real talk.
So tell us, what else is it that you would like your fans to know about you?
Well, that to a lot of individuals that like I said on the last little freestyle, the 4K thing, like, because again, a lot of newer artists, they're not familiar. Like, even they get surprised that they found out that I rap. Like, like I do that. Like, I just want y'all to be clear. Like, I do that. You know what I'm saying?
Did you KRS-One, bro? Like, listen, I got a hot 16 for everyone on the top 100.
Understand me? Like, I took that always from KRS-One. Like, hey, listen, you might not have heard me in a little while, but I got something. If it's time to go, it's time to go. Like, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna take care of these other things in the meantime. You know what I'm saying? But nah, just that you know, I'm please be on the lookout for the podcast still. look out for the liquor. Shout out to Raindrop. I'm having a brain fart right now, but yeah, Raindrop Distributors. You know what I'm saying? They're actually the first black-owned liquor distributors in Massachusetts. So salute to them.
Yep, I met him.
You did? Oh yeah. You meant Ice or Palmer? Oh, okay, yeah.
He had the suit on and everything.
Yeah, always smooth.
I got a bottle actually in my cabinet, in my liquor cabinet. I brought 2 bottles. I gave one away, but I told him we was gonna work and we was gonna do some business. I actually ran into him. I was in the liquor store on is it Cummins Highway right there where the Bradley's and Stop and Shop used to be? Yep, right there. And he was in that liquor store. He had a booth that day. Yeah, and we ended up chopping it up. Cool dude.
Definitely. Good I
people.
Told him I
knew you. I was like, I know some artists that they have their brand through you. And he's like, yeah, for real, da. So I was like, yeah, we definitely need to network.
No, definitely. They actually have a dope event coming up in July. It's a rooftop day party. They had one last year. Very fly, very grown and sexy. Yeah, fly. Like definitely should tap in. You know what I'm saying? If when I get the information, I shoot it to you. You know what I'm saying? I think you'd enjoy yourself. You know?
Yes. Even if we do some coverage, even if we do some publicity, whatever, even get him on the show. I'm all about interviewing entrepreneurs too in the New England area. I like to try to highlight, entrepreneurs in the New England area as well on the podcast, throughout our season so that we can kind of shed some light on them too, There's a lot of things that are happening in New England that people just don't know about. So being the first Black distributor of a liquor brand in New England is a big deal.
That's big.
So we definitely want to support him and your venture with him as well, as much as possible. Indeed. I'd rather drink you guys' liquor than drink, anyone else's.
That's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, listen, I got it all on hand, and then I get with my guys, and they still talking about Hennessy. I say, listen, why am I going to the store to buy? I got it right here.
Exactly,
it's just as good. Like, what are you talking about? Like, come on, make it make sense. Make it make sense.
That's right. That's right. We got to support each other. That's what it's about in 2023.
Right.
So, if you could change anything in the industry, what would it be?
What would I change? So many things, but I'd have to say the one thing I'd probably change is I'd probably just change the fact that the genuine aspect of everything. Like, I'd like everything just to be more. I know, the fake stuff runs this industry, like being fake and not being you, and you know what I mean. I just feel like I just wish it was just way more genuine. You know what I mean? I just feel like it'd just feel better. Right. Like stop trying to, get one up over everybody. Like this is that's the only part that annoys me. You know what I mean? I feel like on my journey as well, coming up, it was just seeing the fact that so many ungenuine folks, like, say something to you and then that's really not the case, or trying to pull the wool over your eyes it's like, for what? Like, I'm trying to come up. Like, why are you trying to beat me? Like, on my come up. Like,
that's right.
I don't know.
That's right.
It's just so cutthroat. Like, matter of fact, real quick, I saw something that 50 said the other day, like that these somebody asked him, like, who's more ruthless, like a dude in the street robbing you or these businessmen? And he was like, the businessmen. Yeah. Because at least the dude robbing you gives you the decency of pulling a gun on you. Right. These dudes will do it right in your face.
Right.
They'll just do it right. They'll rob you right in your face. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not think nothing of it. You feel what I'm saying? So I just think it's a foul game, but you have to be on your P's and Q's. Like, you can't just go in all, go in blind, like thinking like it is what they make it look like on TV or anything like that, because you will get got, like, quickly.
Yeah, quickly.
Yeah.
But, I mean, and even to this day, it's still like that. I think that this blue check thing has really fucked up the game. You know what I mean? Because it changes the whole legitimacy of who's important and who's not. You know what I mean? And now everybody's important.
It's just more proof of how foul they are. Like, I swear, they did it on purpose. They did it on purpose.
They did it to make money.
They did it to make money. A business move, because they knew. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it takes away from the essence of the people that worked hard to get that check.
Exactly.
Like, come on. There's people that really put in that work. You know what I'm saying? Now you can just buy it. Like,
exactly. I'm like,
Like,
and on top of that, okay, so you buy it and then what? You stop paying for it, so you lose it. It's like,
right, like how
okay,
does it work?
I'm buying credibility. Like that's
Yes.
just crazy to me.
Right.
Like,
It's
no.
just, it falls right in the lines of people who buy views and things of that nature. It's the same thing.
Right. Right.
Like, damn.
But it's like they took it to the whole next level with this one. Like,
They
I'm
did.
just like,
They did.
it just definitely like it's gonna change everything. And it's one of those things, like you just live and you learn, and you just know that you just have to be genuine. You stay organic, you stick with the script, you know, what you've been taught. And I think you do that. I think that you have a moral balance to what you put out, your projects. I think that Sinz is not going to put out a project that he is not fully comfortable with. And I see a lot of artists do that. I think a lot of artists put out half-finished projects. They put out projects that are not mixed right, or not mastered, or not, you know, done with paperwork. And I mean, you were one of the first people that I knew the legitimacy of the paperwork and getting the paperwork right. The paperwork is like one of the biggest things that artists fuck up with in this business, is that they don't have their paperwork right. And even if you're just making songs with artists off this, you know, from your hood, whatever, like you still have to have paperwork, because once you start getting, you know, signed or deals or whatever, or they start getting deals and they start selling your music or doing certain things, like you were supposed to get paid off for that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, like, a lot of these artists don't know the background of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we can be, you know, brothers in the hood, whatever, but we also have to be business partners when it comes to making this music,
right?
And taking it seriously to that level. And you showed me that you know that, you know, from the door. Like, that was one of the things. Mass movement, was it mass movement, right?
It was mass movement at that time.
Yep. Like, and you guys were all about it. So this is where it was like, I was like, listen, like, those are the people that have been in this business, that knows what it takes and are going to be successful at it, but the right way. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where you see a lot of these artists, they're successful, but they're not doing it in the right way. And that's where you see the long-term effect, is that they don't make it far. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and it's the whole patience aspect. Like, a lot of people don't want to wait. You know what I'm saying? They feel like it takes too long. Like, you know what I mean? To do it the right way, it takes longer.
Right.
Hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, if when it's supposed to happen, it's gonna happen.
That's right.
I feel like all you got to keep in your mind is that, you know, it is going to happen. Like, that's it. Just keep that mind frame. It's going to happen. You know what I mean? But you just got.
So tell me, what was the best advice that you have ever given in the industry?
Best advice. Really, not to cut corners.
Yep.
Not to cut corners. Because again, I mean, yeah, it might propel you a little further, but you got to deal with something after you cut that corner.
That's right.
Whether it be right away or down the line, you're gonna see why you shouldn't have did that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it happens every time. Like, I've seen it happen to people. I even dealt with it a little bit before myself. You know what I mean? But yeah, you gotta move right. You know what I'm saying? If you don't move right, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it.
That's right. So do you have any upcoming events, any upcoming shows that you have coming that you want us to know about?
Let's see. Do any shows coming currently? I mean, I'm working on some things. Working on some bookings and things of that. So mainly for my shout out to my artist Bugsy, mainly for him. And
okay, so Bugsy is your artist, because I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, we want to get him on the show too, like, because I definitely wasn't. That was the one who you sent me the email for. Was originally was for him. So yeah, now I got to get him on Real Talk with TML. We'll do that one, and we'll do that one, because I'm actually trying to get a location now. Like, that's what I've been shopping for.
Okay.
So we might be doing it out of Straight Up Entertainment. At their studio. So yeah, I definitely want to have you guys come through, whatever, chop it up. We sit down, we do an actual sit down podcast. We have some live entertainment.
Absolutely.
And we just vibe out, you know. I definitely want to give you guys that. Definitely.
For that. I like to have you on my platform as well. You know what I'm saying? I mentioned that to you before. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I definitely love to have you.
Just send me the date. I'm there.
I got you. You know what I'm saying? There. Let these folks know what the business is really about. You know what I'm saying?
For real. Like, listen, we building empires over here. Like I told them, I said, listen, we're trying to take it to the next level and just give ourselves that opportunity to put people in the right position. Because again, I feel like I've been in this business so long, as you know, that now it's starting to reap the fruits of my labor. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's not even necessarily about the money. You know what I'm saying? Is what people don't understand. Like, I'm not always about the money, but I'm about investment. And if I invest in something, I want to see that you want to invest in it too, as the artist. You know what I'm saying? And as the artist being invested in themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to invest in yourself for your marketing. You have to invest in yourself to get a PR person, to get a booking agent. The only way you can have a manager, people are like, oh, can you manage me? Do you have a demand? If you don't have a demand, you need a manager. How you pay me? Like, you can't pay me if you don't have a demand. Like, this is where it's like, okay, so now we have to kind of give them that coaching. You know what I'm saying? So even setting up workshops, like I just went to the Dad Summit yesterday in New York, and that basically like opened up my eyes. United Masters, like a lot of people, QC was there, like, and we did this marketing and branding workshop, and it just basically opened up my eyes to like just so much more. And I think that New England hasn't captivated on a lot of angles of marketing. And we need to build things that are going to captivate, like events, things like that, and actually give the artists what they need, the tools to be successful at marketing themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to get somebody to download your shit when you're in front of them. Hey, can you download my song? It's right here. Zap, boom, they download it. If you go up to 30 people, 40 people a day and do that, that's you doing your own foot traffic. You know what I'm saying? Like, and eventually it'll start to pick up an algorithm. And then Spotify and all these other places that this is being streamed on is going to automatically start sharing your shit because they realize that it's popular.
Right.
If you got to manipulate the masses, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's what artists don't understand. It's not going to just happen, like you said, by buying views and doing all that. No, you have to have real fans, real people that show up to your shows and support what you're doing. And we need to build that camaraderie, you know, for artists at some point.
I agree with you.
You know?
Yeah. That's free game right there, man. I hope they listening.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I've been giving out too much free game lately. You know?
I'm saying, I see it. You're dropping these jewels. I hope they're picking them up. Like,
I'm like, listen, I can only do so much. Then I'm like, I can only do so much, you know, until it's like you beating a dead horse. Like, nah, now I gotta get paid for this. Now you're gonna pay me for this conversation. Because this is like you said, free game. It's like. And I've been, you know, to good artists, I've told them what to do. And again, I understand that this is a business and this is what I began to understand, you know, going through it with artists is that, okay, they could tomorrow say, I don't want to do this no more. So what are you going to do, T? As booking agent, as a manager, as a PR person for them, you're going to have to find another artist. You're going to have to reinvent yourself all over again. So this is why I just started branding myself and branding my own avenue. So that way I have my own platform. So whenever I'm ready to take an artist, we already got a platform up.
Right.
Like that's what it's about at this point. You know what I mean? Like, you have to think ahead. You got to be 10 steps ahead sometimes, you know, especially with this. It's not easy. So, anything else that you want to say before we end the show? I know that you're a big guy.
Just a simple. Thank you for having me. Thank you for thinking of me and you know what I'm saying, acknowledging me. I appreciate you. I love what you're doing. Please keep doing what you're doing, and you know, definitely hope to work with you and y'all as well. You know what I'm saying, down the line, and keep this going. Keep this going.
Yes, April, Toya, do you guys have any last comments, thoughts?
I do have one. I just wanted to know, I know what the 7 sins are, but I just wanted to know what made you choose that as your name, because when you 7 sins, it's, you know.
Yeah. I mean, right, so like real quick, so I had a few years back, had an accident, real bad car accident. And you know, I was hospitalized for a little while and all of that. And then just like while I was in the hospital, it was just like, you know, you know, like that whole moment of life, you're thinking about your life, you're thinking about, damn, like that could have been my last ride and all of that. And I don't know why, but for some odd reason, like I just kept thinking, like, you know, of the 7 sins, like, you know, just thinking about everything I've done. And I'm like, you know what, you know, it's something just compelled me to be like, nah, I'm going to switch this whole, like, basically almost rebranding myself right there. Like, it was just like, yo, like, nah, 7 sins, like, that's what I'm gonna go by now, because it's almost like a badge. Like, you're gonna accept me for everything that I am, good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. This is who I am. 7 sins. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what it represents.
I like that.
That's deep.
Yeah, like,
Wow.
I'm big on that. Like, I feel like a lot of people just kind of just give themselves like these titles and names just cause, like, yo, what sounds cool, but like, I don't know, I gotta have meaning behind what I do. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't just do it just to do it, or call myself that to call my. I got a reason behind what I do. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. I love it. I love it. It's always a pleasure. We got to have you back. We're definitely going to do a reunion show and bring our artists back that have been on past seasons. So you're definitely going to be a part of that. I'm actually trying to coordinate like a live show for the summer to have the artists that have been on the podcast to come out and perform. So we're just trying to coordinate it with the artists that are out of state, things like that. But you know, we'll get it together, and I definitely can't wait because I know you're going to bring that energy, and you're just going to go on and show out like you're supposed to up north.
Absolutely.
You already know. But it's a pleasure, and anything I can do to help you, you know I'm here.
I appreciate you. Truly.
Yes.
All of y'all. Thank you.
No problem. Good luck on your success.
Yes. Much success. Thank you, Sid.
All right, y'all.
All right, honey.
A good one.
All right. Bye. Have a great afternoon.
You too.
All right.
Where we going? Hey,
that was a really good one.
Yo, he's dope. He's so dope. I think I've been following him and had the pleasure of actually meeting him at my birthday party for the first time in over 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Like, so we've been Facebook friends for about 10 years and always talked about working together, always, you know, supported what I do. I support what he does. Like, and I just see this level of energy and, you know, professionalism in him from, you know, and it's like watching somebody evolve and watching somebody grow into, you know, a bigger person is like, it's beautiful. You know what I mean? Through the internet. But again, it was like one of those things that I seen him live and I was like, holy shit, like this is a show, this is an entertainer. And he needs to be respected, you know, as that. I definitely, again, he's open for a lot of major artists in Boston. And you know, that's dope. That we have artists that are talented like that.
Yeah, he seemed like he's very, very versatile.
Yeah.
Very good speaker, you know, knows what he wants, very deep.
Yeah.
Very, very good interview.
Yeah. That was dope.
Like, him go till I ask why he chose that name, because I'm like, I know the meaning. Think of 7 sins. It's the sins, so it's nothing good. I just wanted to know, like, okay, what was your meaning behind it? So I knew there had to be a story because he didn't seem like the type of man to just, like he said, make up a name. So
no.
I was like, I'm patiently waiting, and then I'm like,
I know. I was like, I gotta get them. I was like, I gotta ask them if they got any more questions.
Like, I got one. But you know, he was talking, and I didn't want to like cut him off.
But I wanted to highlight as much as I could for him.
Yeah,
I feel like he's an artist that you can buy into. You know what I mean? He's a father. He's a husband. He's a dad. Like he's a working man. Like he still goes to work every day and pursues his passion. Like let's highlight those men. Let's show that there's men out here that you can still be that rapper, still doing it, still but you still got to go to work, bro. You still gotta put in the work as a man. Like, listen, your rap career, if it ain't flourishing, still get your ass up and go to work. Like, until it flourishes. Like, listen, some of these rappers be killing me with this shit. Like, oh, I ain't getting a job. I'm gonna be a rapper. Okay, but after a year, 2 years, that shit ain't gone nowhere yet. It's time to go get a job, bro.
Right.
But I to the
You can't, and
landlord.
it's not even that at this point. If you're young, but if you're 30 plus, talking about you still waiting for your rap career and you ain't getting a job, there's something mentally wrong with you. I'm sorry. I'll say it for the people. I'll say it for your girlfriends. It's something wrong with you, boo. Cause that ain't it. You're not gonna make billions of dollars being a rapper over 30.
Listen, by 30, you should think about doing something else, possibly other adventures, endeavors, aside along with rapping, but not getting in the game at 30. What you gonna talk like? No.
Everybody can't be 2 Chainz. Everybody can't be 2 Chainz, okay? Like, no, it's not, that's not happening. So it's like, different. Be more realistic. Like Sinz said, like be genuine, be authentic, like be yourself, be true to that, like show that, you gotta sometimes make sacrifices, you know, in order to get where you're trying to go and be successful. Like, that's just what it is. You can't always think it's just gonna happen. Oh wait, be successful. Like I'm trying to share it because unlock it from my phone. So other topics this week. It's been a crazy last couple of weeks. Is all I can. Since my birthday, everything's been a blur. It's been here, there, everywhere. We had the mayor on last Wednesday. She stopped in, did a little drop. Like we had Ace the Truth. He was at the rally with Ayanna Presley. She was in the background. He shouted our podcast out to her, and she was talking in the background and gave her a little, hey. And Michelle Wu actually like blooped in. It was like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, oh my God. Like that was so cool. Like I thought that was such an honor. And just to be like a female who, has been amongst politicians in the Boston area and always idolizing that level. Toya, as you know, your grandfather was, at Mayor Menino's office for many years. I worked closely with Mayor Menino, and I just feel like it was definitely a time that you wanted to see a female be in a higher up position, to, see a multi-race female, suite of politicians right now in Massachusetts is an honor. So that was so dope. Like I felt so inspired.
I'm so glad you got to experience that. I mean,
that was definitely dope. That was definitely like a bucket list. Like, whoa, like, wow. That was almost like Mayor Menino was like, I see you. Like I still look at his pictures and I say, he said, Tarji, you are our future. And he used to tell me things all the time, like, your voice and what you say, people listen to and they believe. And, you have the ability to invoke change. And so I just want to be that force. So we're actually working with Clifton. He's actually running for city council of Boston. So I'll be working with him closely this summer over, his campaign to basically become city council of Boston. So that's an honor as well. So that's I'm definitely looking forward to, and whatever I could do to help to, because we need more people that's from where we're from, making the decisions and passing and governing the laws that are in the city. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even though I'm not living in Boston, I'm still from Boston. You know what I'm saying? I still have family, you guys, everybody that's there. You know what I'm saying? So anything that I can help the politics of Boston, I'm all for that. So I'm here for it. Can't wait. And he said he actually wanted to do something with us where we did kind of like a cookout type of event. So we definitely want to bring some, some live entertainment with Upnorth City Girls and have our little panel out there. Maybe we'll do a little talk show, some real, topics, political topics, to get people's views and opinions.
Yep, I'm all for it.
I think that would be dope if he did something like that. Like we did a whole cookout type vibe, but we also have like a panel of, topics that are important to the city.
Yep.
And we have, people up there talking about them.
Yeah.
around some good barbecue.
Because they want exposure too. They want to be able to meet everybody. You
Yeah.
know, they want everybody's vote.
Right.
Just, Joe and Becky. They want even all right, Upnorth City girls. Well, who are they connected to? Well, let's talk to them because we want their votes. And we want their mama's votes, their friends' votes, their aunts' votes. So yeah, we can tag team.
Yep. Let's do it.
We're very confident women where we can just, oh my gosh. That is so cool. I'm so happy for you, Taji. I really tried to make the show on Wednesday, but I had a straight family emergency, girl.
Oh,
those what happened on live, but yeah.
Like, dude.
Okay.
I can imagine. I can imagine. I'm like, listen. Listen.
I think Wednesday was that nice day too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the act of fool day.
Oh man. Right.
Yo, everybody forgot everything. I was even ready to forget. Like, wait, we got a show tonight? Oh my God. Then I had to realize I had 2 shows. I said, wait a minute.
I was like, nope, I'm in the house.
I'm like, this shit is getting out of hand. I'm like, this shit is getting out of hand. Who scheduled this? Me.
But I was gonna try because
I said, who scheduled this? Me? Oh God.
But yeah,
what was I thinking?
For a walk. I took the baby for a walk, and Toya's like, the show's on, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm walking with the baby, and then she had the trauma, and she was like, I gotta call you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh shit.
I literally had like a life moment, and so it's hard. That would have been great, but I'm so happy you were there. You show up,
Yeah.
And you
ain't got no choice. If not, the show ain't gonna go on.
Kudos to you, because even if we didn't show up, guess what? You showed up, and guess what? You had even more. You had your own special guest. God also showed up.
Godspeed, I swear.
So,
Godspeed.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Godspeed. I'm telling you, he be putting it in me, because sometimes I'll be like, I don't know how I'm still doing this, but I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
So we have today, I'm actually hosting an event for DJ Boom. It's the DJ battle. That's going to be in Pawtucket, Rhode Island at Mango's. We have 3 celebrity DJs in the building. Plus it's going to be live entertainment, food, good drinks. Mango's is definitely a vibe. So if anybody is watching, come out, support the event. Definitely going to be some great sportsmanship going on. And there's been more DJs added. Shout out to all the DJs that's been reaching out that actually got on the list. I believe DJ Boom did tell me he was looking for one more DJ. So if you know of a DJ, tag him in this post. Definitely, I'll reach out to him before it starts tonight and see if we can get you on the roster for tonight. Other than that, I did have something that I wanted to share because, not only do I do, we do the podcast, but I also basically do the marketing for this as well through my marketing business. And, I basically have been known to excite or enlighten certain people, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically shared a post. And it was a post for one of our upcoming guests. He's actually French Montana's artist, Mr. Swipey. He actually comes from Brooklyn, I believe, New York. He's actually part of the Pop Smoke crew. He actually was a close member with Pop Smoke at some point. And he's basically been making a lot of noise. He's definitely a force to be reckoned with. But again, he basically, it's this thing about the music business that people don't understand. Like, there's a lot of behind the scenes things that you don't know that are going on that were happening before these artists got famous, that maybe they didn't uphold their end of the bargain to previous people that they worked with. And I think that's exactly what's going on in this situation with them. And he basically, I tagged him I tagged both of them in the post. Fabio Foreign looked at it, and then the next thing you know, he's in Mr. Swipey's inbox, basically saying something crazy. So Mr. Swipey got at him, and it was crazy. So I'm gonna play that clip. And that's the two of them. Let's just see. Like, so when he comes on the show, his interview is next month in May. So you guys have to tune in. And definitely
To my dead mother, bro. Write me another word, bro. I'm gonna expose your bitch ass, nigga. On my mother, bro. Play with me one more time, bro. Play with me one more time. You know, don't ever call me out my name, bro. You know you the creep ass nigga. Don't ever play with me, nigga. I'm gonna tell you this shit one time, nigga. Word to my mama. Finish your career, nigga. Play with me if you want, bro. Fuck you talking about? You ain't do shit for the set, nigga. Don't put nothing on the set, nigga. You ain't do nothing for the set, nigga. Don't play with me, bro. Don't play with me. Don't put shit on the set, nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga. Fuck you mean, nigga. Don't put nothing on the set. I was just in the city for 2 weeks, nigga. I ain't see you, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Pull up on me, nigga. Pull up on me, nigga. You bro, right? You I'm weird? Pull up on me then, nigga. Fuck you talking? I'm gonna be dolly too, bro.
I'm like, whoa. I'm like, what was all this about? I'm like, so from what I've been hearing, there's a lot of members from that camp that are not happy with Fabio Foreign, and just what he's done as far as with their music. And just collaboration tracks that he's done with them. So I'm glad that we highlighted the point today with SYN about making sure you have paperwork, because again, once these artists become famous, they can do whatever they want with tracks that they have with you. And if you don't have paperwork, then you don't get paid. Unless they're, just 100% gonna pay you. Like, there's no real agreement. You know what I'm saying? And that's, I think, exactly what's going on in this situation. But we're going to get some more clarification when Mr. Swipey comes to Real Talk with TMO next month.
Okay.
So that was definitely a highlight of the week this week. We did have Vado. We had the Spring Fling event on Thursday. Shout out to True Era Entertainment. Show me what you got. Promotions, Ace the True. We had him on the show last week as well. Definitely a light, definitely a king, definitely just the energy of information and just a force to be reckoned with. So shout out to him, and he's gonna come back. We're actually working on getting him for working with him on a different setup for a podcast, for a live podcast. So I'm actually, going to be drawing up the formula for that and trying to figure out, our angle on how we're going to present this to our network. So I'm looking forward to that, because he's a dope person to work with as well in Boston, in the Boston area. Again, I tried to highlight and, give as many of the artists in Boston that opportunity to network outside of, their network. Because a lot of people, unless you're being pushed in other people's networks, people don't know what you do. They don't know that, you're a multi-talented person and that you do multiple different things. So I try to give them that credit, because that's important. You can't just be one-dimensional.
No.
But other than that, ladies, do you have anything else that you guys want to talk about? I know we're past 1 o'clock. I got to go get ready for this event tonight.
Jesus. You know what? I need to I pretty much let a few episodes go by of Zatima, so I got to get caught up.
Yes.
I have a few episodes, because I'm vested. Says the second season was good.
Yes, sis, I told you. Yo, I want to beat up the neighbor so bad. I want to beat this bitch up every day.
Wait, I be dying, because she does the most.
I'm like, if I had a neighbor like that and I had a man and she did that, I would be like, listen, just go live next door. I'm not competing with this raggedy bitch. Okay?
Right.
Listen, go live next door.
I'm mad because Like, I mean, like, she is cute though. Like, it's not like she's not bad looking. So
Right.
sometimes I don't
But
know.
she makes herself look raggedy. I think when women do that, like they make themselves look raggedy as fuck. Like you're desperate, sis. Don't be a what do you call that? Pepe Le Pew. That's what it reminds me of when bitches start acting like that. That's what it reminds me of. Like, why are you acting like that? Like, you acting too thirsty as a woman. Like, a man is supposed to court you. He's supposed to, you know, pursue you. You're not supposed to be the aggressor. Like, I don't know. I think it's a time and a place. I think I'm more aggressive once I know the man is into me. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm gonna be aggressive, but I'm not gonna just be aggressive off the fact. Like, that's just whack to me. Like, ew. Like, no.
I was just like, she is a hot mess, but I like that show. And I'm like, yes, I gotta watch. I probably got like 2 episodes waiting on me. I'm
like, yo, it's like real life, but like even when homeboy like hit on him, like and tried to kiss him and stuff, I'm like, yo, what would you do? Like, if that was your man, like, and that happened with your friend, like, would you tell her, like, yo, dude, just is gay as fuck?
I would. I'd be like, sorry. Like, that's only right. That's messed up because God forbid something happened. Like, you know, messing around with people. Nah, I gotta let you know.
Like, that's scary, bro. Like, that is so scary. Like, I just was kind of like,
something was up with him. He just kind of.
I didn't think that, though. But then again, I kind of did think there was something weird. But
I thought he was like shady in another aspect, but not like that way.
Like, I was weirded out. Because when he first approached Zach and said that to Zach, and he was like, "What, you think I am?" And he was all like, "Oh, are you hating on me or whatever?" Like, remember when he asked him at first? Like, I was like, "Oh my God, is that the way they do it? Like, is that the way? Like, they try to reverse it on you first? Like, yo, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that, sis. Don't do me like that. Like, listen, I was not hating on you, okay? Like that." But see, and that's where it's kind of funny because some women have said that to me, like, "Ooh, I think you were hitting on me." I'm like, no, not like that, because I ain't eating no box, okay? No. Like, no, it's not happening, sis. Like, that is not what I was doing. Trust me.
From the Little Kim era, I get it. I don't give it.
Like, listen, like, honey. Like, listen, I'm like, like listen, no. And it's not even just that. I think females are just way more aggressive, like domestic wise, like when it's 2 females, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, we're 2 females. Like, it's only for so long. Then you're going to be like, okay, I'm tired of you, bitch. Like, hold it. Like, we both can't be on our period at the same time.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Emotional as fuck. Like, I can't even deal with my own emotions during my menstrual cycle. Could I imagine dealing with another female? Fucks no.
I'm all set.
Like, see you later.
Somebody got to take some hormones.
Something. Because I'm not, no. To each his own. I don't knock you for what you do. To each his own.
Girl.
You know, I'm all about liberation, choice, freedom of choice, everything. But just don't try to invoke that shit on me. Like, and that's what I don't, you know, like when females are aggressive like that, it's like, hold up, sis.
Yeah.
Relax. Like, I'm not, you know, like, I don't disrespect you. Don't disrespect me. Because if a man did that to you, you would be disrespected. You would feel disrespected.
Period.
You know, so that's my only thing with it. But other than that, Toya had to leave probably. We have a lot of comments and stuff going on Facebook. I can't see them because they don't let us see it if they're doing it from another page other than the main page that we are connected to. So I can't see everybody's comments, but I do see you guys' comments. I do see the likes. And I just want to say thank everybody for tuning in. We will be back next Sunday with another guest, great guest. He's actually one of the artists that I've been, waiting for. He's actually, let me just make sure it's this week that's coming, because I want to make sure before I announce it, because it's dope. Let's see. What's next weekend? The 23rd? Because today's the 16th, right? Yes, it's T-Woods, GA Boy. He is a dope producer. He's actually signed to Palm Tree Entertainment out of Florida, which is Dirty Mike. He's actually the manager for Soulja Boy. And he's worked with a lot of different artists in the industry. He is like one of those talented engineers. But he's now an artist, who's getting his name out there. And I just am so honored to have him on our platform, because I just think he's a very inspiring young man. And just recently a father. So salute to him, because he's been out here. He's been here. He's been in New England. He's been all over the place in these last couple of months that I've been following him. And he has a full team of people that work with him and, just are building his platform and his career. And they're all about the marketing and promo. So shout out to them for that, because again, we are going to have a dope week this week pushing all his music.
Okay, that's what's up.
I love you, boo.
Love you more, Sinz.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Now we're going to leave with our 7 cents here. I got to play these tracks. Where are they? Where are you?
You gotta understand that this is about marketing. Like, this whole thing is about marketing. It's about your image. It's about your story. You gotta be appealing to people. A lot of artists just have MySpace and just have, a couple songs and don't have a website, don't have marketing.
If you look at Massachusetts, the rappers, we all had the longest roads.
Yeah, Bia had a long road, man. The label didn't believe in
Joyner
him.
had a long road.
Joyner had a long road.
I had a long road. Bia had a long road. Because if you're from Massachusetts, you got to work 3 times as hard because it's never been done.
I don't really wanna hear shit. Type of bitch that's hard to deal with. All my bitches be about dope. Flexing hard, you see the glow. Big flex, big flex. I see you, bitch, we don't break code. Big flex. I see you, bitch, we don't break code.
Back in it like I never left. Y'all dead, dying, never deaf. I ain't never left the front line. 10 toes, son, I hold my. Oh, bitch, when I'm spitting it super fast. If you ain't talking money, your language is funny. I ain't understanding that. See, I'm back on my bullshit. You suckers already know. I've been grinding and putting in work for a grip. Understand what I do this for. See my daughter, my heartbeat. And I'll die for my baby, yeah. You affect how my heart beat. My nigga, whole 80, yeah. Series of all that I promise and never tarnish my character. Bars rock hard, keep the stamina. You move amateur, 6 digits, I laugh at you. Claiming to measure up, but can't find a diameter.
Who you faking for? Who you impressing? We good over here. Fuck what over there.
See, I ain't never had the front for a nigga. I stayed me, remain G. Son beneficial since niggas was rocking AVs. Consider me a young OG. You gotta pay fees. Boy, ain't never put in work. Where your time sheet? 2 lanes, real or fake. Pick a side, please. Moves gonna decide your fate. And the right team, yeah. Be prepared for the fraud shit. Game full of weirdos. Niggas is super awkward. Hold up in they feelings for a like in the comment. I don't understand. They legitimizing nonsense. So-called killers with that suspect content. At some point, niggas gotta stop it. I remain low, just watching, observing. Niggas dick riding, call that shit a cockpit. I don't get involved, I be on my own shit. Same OG, a little wiser, more folk. I ain't trying to hit.
I'm a nigga, we gon' break code.
I don't really wanna hear shit. Like a bitch is trying to deal with. All my bitches be about those. Flexing hard, you see the flow. Big flex, big flex. I see you bitch, you gon' break code. Big flex, big flex. I see you bitch, you gon' break code.
Back in it like I never left. Got dead, like I never dead. I ain't never left the front line. Head cold on a whole mind. I've been watching, I've been flying. Niggas figured I was stopping. Fuck that boy, keep that boy. Heavy metal, I'm a rhyme. I'm a talk niggas on my alien. I'm a face nigga unseen. Blood cold, better come clean. Gotta come a nigga come see.
On my head is they on go mode. Bag clutching nigga no dose. Big flex, big flex. Now my nigga we on break code. Big flex, big flex. Now my nigga we on break code.
I don't really wanna hear shit. Type of bitch that's hard to deal with. All my bitches be about though. Flexing hard, you see the glow. Big flex, big flex. I see you bitch, we on break code. Big flex, big flex. I see you bitch, we on break code.
Back in.